of the National Football League. Brings us to the outskirts of the nation's capital. It's Northwest Stadium in Landover, the home of the Commanders. We are ready, and so is Brandon Aubrey to kick this one off. And off we go from Northwest Stadium. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out, so they'll take over at the 30-yard line. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look.
Let's go now. Take go.
Yet another Alabama back in the league. This is Brian Robinson.
This defense wanted to come out early in this game and take the fight to the offense, and boy, did they ever. Set the tone on the very first play, keeping that carry to no gain.
Throwing on second down, Daniels. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. When that defender's bearing down, you really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
On third down, they'll throw with Daniels. And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack.
Third down is the down that pass rushers live for. More often than not, they know it's a passing. Just pin their ears back and go. Here early in this game, they're able to bring down the quarterback, and I got a feeling this won't be the last time.
And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. On the ground, it's the rookie from UT. And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line.
This is how you draw up your opening possession when you're on the road. The longer the drive goes, the quieter the crowd gets. Continue to mix in that run game. Let's see if they can finish off by putting this ball in the end zone.
On first down, right back to Robinson.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
Another run here for Robinson. And he's going to be stopped in his tracks. He'll lose a couple of yards on that one.
You can see the running back. He's waiting patiently for that cutback lane to open, and it just never did. Great job by the defense, continuing to string that play out sideways, and they're able to take him down for a loss.
Now a 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it with Robinson.
Well, we have an early decision here, Mike. How aggressive does this coach want to be on this 4th down try? I think you got to keep your offense out there. You have a prime opportunity to take the fight to them, extend this drive, and hopefully be able to come away with points. Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a first down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest.
And they are not going to catch us. He's in. Touchdown, Dallas. That touchdown, number 19 on the year.
When you start talking about the qualities of a top-tier back in the NFL, Mike, we all talk about size, speed, the ability to keep your feet, the ability to have balance at contact. But the part we don't talk enough about is patience, understanding the blocking scheme, the timing, when to hit the hole, as much as what hole to hit. And I think you get a great example of what that looks like when it all comes together. He takes advantage of the scheme, and next thing you know, he hits his head on the goalpost.
So, 7-0 the score, and set now for the dynamic kickoff. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Off the RPO, this one to McLaurin. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
On 2nd down, it's Daniels. He keeps it himself. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. The Cowboys have it. The quarterback was on the move, starting to gain some yards, but then he lost the ball. And the fumble's recovered by the defense.
And early on, Mike.
And remember now, all turnovers have to be verified by a replay, so they might be taking a look at this one. On 1st down, it's Robinson. And he is crushed in the backfield. Defenders firing through. Shut it down right away for a loss of yardage. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
3rd and long, and here's Daniels. And that is incomplete.
This pass rush is continuing to make their presence felt here in the early going, and for this quarterback, he's lucky to at least get rid of that ball because they were on the verge of recording their 2nd sack, and we're still here in the 1st quarter.
That could have broken for a bigger return, but as it is, nice job getting his offense a start out past the 30-yard line. We'll try the right side with Robinson. He's got room to the 45. And they're finally going to bring him down. It's a 1st down if it stands, but maybe a hold set him free. They'll run with Robinson. Room to run at the 35. And they finally get him down. Good gain on the ground, but hold everything. Maybe a reason he got so free. To throw is Prescott. And that is incomplete.
There's only a handful handful of guys in the league who legitimately have world-class speed, and he's one of them. I mean, he's the type of weapon that you 3 or 4 times a game have to just say, okay, my guy, he's faster than your guy. We're going to send him deep and let it fly. And even though that one falls incomplete, you have to continue to sprinkle that threat in because it makes everything else in your passing game that much easier.
Now a second down throw for Prescott. Our throw here, right side, falls incomplete.
It's always a risky decision anytime a quarterback tries to force the ball, especially into those tightly contested areas. Not a lot of daylight, not a lot of room for error. In this case, it just falls simply as an incomplete. But as this game unfolds, better decisions are going to lead to better results.
What can they do here? This is 3rd and forever. Prescott. He's going to let one go. Deep for Lamb. A big connection to flip the field as they get across midfield on that one.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
That'll be caught by the running back, Robinson. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
And this is what modern-day running back looks like in the NFL. They want to be able to activate these players in the passing game, no different than they do with the tight ends and the wide receivers. When you look out there and you have a mismatch, you have a linebacker or a safety on your running back, he's expected to win, and that's exactly what he did here.
Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down. That is Jonathan Allen, the big defensive tackle, in there for the sack.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, here's Dak. And that is incomplete.
This offense is doing everything they can to quiet this crowd, and even though they missed on that long attempt, at least it sets the tone that they're going to continue to attack. They can come up with a completion on one of those downfield passes. It's going to go a long way to settling themselves into this game.
On 4th down, it is Pro Bowler Brandon Aubrey for the Dallas field goal. That one is good. And the Cowboys will extend to a 10-0 lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
3 tight ends in the game to start the drive. It's a give up the middle to Robinson. He'll push forward for about a yard. Osa Odigizua there on the tackle. Here's a 2nd and 9.
Here we go, set. Hook.
They'll throw with Daniels. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now, following that sack, we have a player who was injured. 3rd and long.
Set, ready. 18, pioneer.
They'll look to throw. He's got the veteran Zach Ertz. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45. So a big 3rd down hookup takes us. They go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. On the give, it's Robinson. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. They'll go again with Robinson. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Up until that run, this first half, it's kind of been tough sledding here for this run game. They'd love to see him get going. That last big pickup's going to go a long way.
1st and 10.
Go! Warrior 70. Ready.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels.
You know, Mike, nice job here by the quarterback, just understanding on these early downs, you just don't want to go backwards. So he's able to avoid the negative play, pick up a little bit, and mostly avoid the sack.
Buffalo 18. Let's go now. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. Go.
Daniels to throw on 2nd down. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Seemed to me from up here, Mike, that he really locked in on that guy. He told himself, I'm going to give my guy a chance to go compete for this ball. But anytime he enters such a crowded area, it usually means if he works through his progression, there's an easier throw somewhere on the field. Instead, he tries to fit it in and just wasn't able to quite make the completion.
13 yards on that pass play. Good for a Commanders 1st down.
Jaden Daniels, you look at his time at LSU, Mike, and he certainly had great wide receivers to throw to. But now being a rookie quarterback and having the veteran presence of a guy like Terry McLaurin, that is such a comfort for any young quarterback getting his feet under him in this league.
And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. On the handoff, it's Robinson. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
They've been a little up and down in this first half. I mean, they have less than 80 yards of total offense and halftime looms. So missed throws like that, those are missed opportunities. They've got to hit the plays when they have them if they want to have a chance to leave here with a win.
This one is pulled in. Are the feet in bounds? Yes. Terry McLaurin. Touchdown, Commanders. The teamwork was just ideal there. Greg, we don't see practice all week, but we see it pay off in the game.
And when you have a wide receiver, Mike, that can operate near the sideline, it just increases the amount of space that quarterback has to work with. He knows that he can put that ball maybe a little bit further away from the defender, knowing he's got the guy on the other end to not only secure the catch, but to keep his feet in bounds for a touchdown.
Cavante Turpin on the return. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's when the offense will take over. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24.
Here we go. Kill. Here we go, 47. 26.
From the shotgun, it's Dak. That one broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on 1st down, couldn't connect. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Kill. 47. 47. We're going to 54. Why is 26?
Here's Prescott. He's going to air this one out. That is brought in. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Defensively, you put so much effort about defending the middle of the field. You know that's the valuable real estate every offense is looking to attack. But what does that do, Mike? It makes you a little susceptible to the throws outside the numbers, and it leads to a chunk play.
A gain of 4 as he's taken down. On the ground, it's Robinson. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now, it's 3rd down. On play action, here's Dak. That's his first reception of the ballgame, and it really comes at a good time as they get the conversion on 3rd down.
Yeah, here we go. 26.
Here's Robinson. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning.
Here we go, 46.
Now Robinson. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line. The Commanders will signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the 1st down. They'll run it here with Robinson. And that's the way you want to run it on 1st down. A gain of 7. And now the Cowboys going to take a timeout. They get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to play in this 1st half. 2nd down and 3. On the handoff, here's Robinson running right. And nothing develops there. It'll stay right at the 5-yard line. No gain on that one. Prescott on 3rd and 2. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Dak Prescott, touchdown Cowboys. On for the PAT is Aubrey. The kick is good, but there are penalty flags down. They might have made contact with the kicker too late. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the 1st half. And the kickoff's coming their way. Unbalanced look here to the right side on 1st and 10.
Here we go. Take off.
Throwing is Daniels. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Let's go.
Off the bootleg. Here's Daniels. Now he'll run.
Nothing open here downfield. I think it's a good job just getting to the edge, getting something positive, getting out of bounds.
We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. Now pass deep for McLaurin. And that ball picked off. It's the ball hawk, Trayvon Diggs again. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play here in this first half. So we reach halftime, and the visiting Cowboys are in front. As we'll head down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach. Thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3.
Austin Steinberg set to kick off.
Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. This is fielded inside the 5. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Yeah, here we go. Hey, check. There we go. Kill. Hey, 47. Then we're going to 53. 26.
A first down throw for Prescott. He'll air it out down the middle. That'll be batted away. Incomplete. Hovering very strong defensively. It's second down.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
That catch number 40 on the season for him. Trying the left side, here's Robinson. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. They'll break the huddle. It's second and 5. A give, and here comes Robinson. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Just watch the speed of the pursuit out of this safety on this tackle, Mike. His ability to play from depth and attack the line of scrimmage and meet that ball carrier in the hole and keep him to no gain. You don't see a lot of safeties able to make that tackle in the open field. That's pretty impressive.
He's got his tight end. That's Ferguson. And he's going to have the first down. So they convert on third down with a pickup of 9.
Go. Get out there. Switch, hey. Good.
And they'll run out of the gun. Here comes Robinson. He'll work this ahead for 2, maybe 3. Johnny Newton, rookie out of Illinois, there to bring him down. Second and 7. They'll stick with him again. Good running there. He's got the first down inside the 30.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
He brings this to about the 26-yard line. Jonathan Allen, the big man from the interior, with the stop. On second down, it's a run with Robinson. And no place to go. He's hit and taken down behind the line.
Number 1 rule of run blocking for the offensive line is you don't want to allow penetration. It just doesn't give your running back any angles to cut and find the hole. It's exactly how it played out here. They've got to do a better job holding the line of scrimmage and not getting pushed back.
And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
Under. 26.
They'll run with Robinson. He is in. Touchdown, Dallas. That his second touchdown of the game. He's got 20 on the year. Now Aubrey for the extra point. The kick is good, but there are penalty flags down. They might have made contact with the kicker too late.
Brandon Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away.
Washington will take over first and 10. The Commanders take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
They'll come up here, first and 10.
Here we go, set. Ready.
They'll start on the ground with Robinson. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
Finding yourself down here, multiple scores in the second half. The defense is going to give you some friendly run looks, so don't be afraid to mix it in there. But if you're going to find yourself coming...
Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he's lost the football. The Cowboys have it. Well, the ball comes out, and the scramble for it ends up becoming a turnover, and the offense walks off the field disappointed with that fumble.
Mike, when you look at a stat sheet at the end of the game and you want to determine which team wins and which team loses, at the top of the list is ball security. Which team does a better job protecting it and which team does a better job taking it away.
That is a gain of 15, halfway there as he's down at the 15.
Pretty much just more of the same from what we saw with this back in the first half, and he doesn't need much. He gets a little bit of space, and then he can create the rest. It's the combination of patience, vision, and then the burst to hit the hole once he sees it. This guy's been a handful all day.
Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's first and 10. Back to throw is Prescott. Now a screen going to be set up for Robinson. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
You see so many teams wait till third down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on first down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head.
He fumbled the football. The Commanders come up with it. Those are the places on the field where the defense wants to come up with the big plays, and that was one. Down deep, get to the quarterback, knock it out, and come up with the recovery.
Mike, this is one of those times where I think for a quarterback, they get caught in between. Do I want to be a runner and take it in myself? Do I have time to let my wide receivers develop in the end zone? I think he holds on to it just a little too long. The defense pokes it free and creates a huge turnover.
Throwing now, Daniels. Taking the deep shot here with Robinson.
And as the game goes on, these are the throws they got to find a way to connect with, those chunk plays. I like the idea of pushing it downfield, but the next time they get an opportunity, they've got to find a way to connect.
2 incompletions to start the drive, and it leads to third down and 10. This is intercepted. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the goal line. Nearly a pick six, but he does set up the offense with first and goal.
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is, how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again?
One more time, it's Robinson. And he's into the end zone yet again. Touchdown, Cowboys. That is his third touchdown of the afternoon. The extra point by Aubrey is good. Cowboys will extend this third quarter lead. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. Here's 1st and 10.
Let's go now. 10 through 11.
Here's Daniels. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up 2nd down. To throw is Daniel. Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down. That is DeMarcus Lawrence in there for the sack. So, 3-quarter. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. From the shotgun on 3rd down, Daniels.
Mike, when you're completing less than 35% of your passes, you're just not going to win a lot of games in the NFL. He's just too erratic throughout the course of the game. Sometimes it's exactly how they practiced, and at other times it looks like they've never practiced at all.
Now pass deep for McLaurin, and for a 3rd time today he's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
There's really no other way to put it, Mike. This has just been a rough outing for the young rookie quarterback, and I think everyone understands going into these games, there's going to be ups and downs. There's going to be learning moments that these guys are going to gain that they can only gain through experience. The problem is, it's really hard to have positive learning experiences when you throw 3 picks. He's got to see the field better. He's got to anticipate better. And ultimately, he just needs to play better for his offense to have a chance.
Still get a 1st down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about, so they got to continue to ride.
And he'll take it on in. Touchdown, Dallas. For quarterbacks, there are so many stats we use to measure a good season. This is one of them. 30 touchdowns. That was number 30 on the year. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. And now the Cowboys going to take a timeout.
Got it. Ready? Trap 60, trap 60. Here we go, here we go. Cup 19, cup 19. Ready, ready?
To throw is Daniels on 1st and 10. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Let's go. Go.
Now Daniels. That's caught downfield. McLaurin brings it in. He had their lone touchdown of the game earlier, and he comes through with the catch and a 1st down in this spot. Daniels now going to look to throw. Hit as he threw it. The pass is incomplete.
I think at some point for this quarterback, he has to start looking some other directions. I mean, he's tried to get the ball now to this guy multiple times, and all of them have resulted in incomplete passes. I'm not saying don't throw it to him in the future, and maybe get yourself a couple easy completions elsewhere before you look back in his direction.
Good-looking screenplay there. A gain of 11 and a first down. Off the play fake, here's Daniels. He finds the veteran Ertz. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
It's no secret this day has been a rough outing all around. So at this stage of the game, really no choice but to remain aggressive and just try to find something positive on a day where there's been a lot of negative.
And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Now, someone up front moves early. Can't continue to make these mistakes if you're trying to mount a big comeback. On second down, it's Daniels. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. They might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down.
Let's go now.
Now they'll set up to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down.
So instead of celebrating a touchdown, he's just heading back to his huddle trying to keep his head up as everyone kind of looks at him sideways. If that ball hits your hands at this level, you've just got to make the catch. That's what your quarterback's counting on. That's what your teammates are counting on. Frankly, that's what this entire stadium is counting on.
Ready? 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. Take over.
Now or never, they'll throw on fourth down. And that is not going to work. Incomplete, and they turn it over on downs.
You find yourself down big. It's the fourth quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
Prescott on first down. And now he's got a man open deep downfield. To the 20. And he's going to take this all the way to the house. 87 yards. Touchdown, Dallas. Aubrey, good with the extra point. And the Cowboys will add one more onto their big lead. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. The return team going to let that one go. He'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Play action. Here's Dan. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
65-6.
Brings up second and 20 at the 20-yard line.
Throwing on second down. Daniels. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down. From the shotgun, it's down. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. They'll go. They are on him in a flash, and he's lost the football. And the defense has it.
Not that it's much of a consolation, but either way, Mike, that's going to result in a turnover. Going forward on fourth down, he's clearly stopped short of the sticks. In this case, might be trying to make something out of nothing there to keep that play alive. But great job here by the defense coming away with the stop. And now we'll see if the offense can come on the field to take advantage of it. Well, if you're going to target him in the end zone, you better come correct, man, because this guy, he embraces those moments of one-on-one coverage when it matters the most. And I think he just saved 6 by getting his hands on that one.
On second down, it's Dak.
The defender saw this the entire way, Mike. He actually ran the route before the receiver even got to his spot. I think they're fortunately this one didn't end up getting picked and going the other way.
3rd and goal for Prescott. So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. The offense staying out there for this 4th and goal. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. And that is really well read defensively. They get him down back at the 9-yard line. Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump? Daniels to throw on second down. He's got his tight end. There's Ertz. And they're going to move this all the way up near the 35-yard line. Daniels now on first down. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up second down. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
He's got a man. It's McLaurin. And he's going to be taken down right at the 25-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. Now a deep ball toward the end zone.
This has been tough to watch, Mike, really for a lot of reasons. And when you talk to everybody around this building, they know the future of this organization rests on the shoulders of this young rookie quarterback. And there's going to be ups and downs. There's going to be missed throws and misreads. But 4 interceptions into today's game, you find yourself trailing here. At some point, they got to ask themselves, is this rookie giving us the best chance to win now, or are we just all in for the future?
So it's a win here for the visiting Cowboys. They get the home victory here in the division in the first of their 2 scheduled matchups. Have a chance to go for the season sweep on the road later in the season. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. So long, everybody.